What's up, guys? Flippin' Steve back from playing 54 holes of golf. Yes, you heard that right. 3 rounds with my friends the other day. And back to do a video. So here I am today going to talk about some NFL quarterback cards, retired players, Hall of Famers, in comparison to a young player who's playing today and that is playing, very well. And going to talk about price point of some cards, basically all within the same price point. 5 cards versus 1 card, and just going to have a little bit of fun with it and see where you guys stand on if you were to purchase one of these. Also, the national giveaway is going on. You know how to get yourself entered. If you've been following the content, you know what's going on, and if you don't know anything about it, that means you haven't been watching. Before we get into this video, head over to my poll, or after the video, whenever, head over to my YouTube poll where I'm asking a simple question about my friends. Who would you like to see in more of my content? And it doesn't matter if you want to see any more of them, and they may not ever be in my content again, other than maybe a couple pop-ups in this video. All right, so Paul has finally arrived, running a close third in the YouTube voting, but he says he's got a surprise for me today. He's going to make you guys vote for him. Paul, what did you bring me to the golf course today?
Gift for you.
Got a gift for Flipping Steve.
Got a new bag of golf clubs.
A new bag of golf clubs, huh? We got to see. You're the biggest baby on the course. All right, we'll see. All I got to do is beat Paul today, guys, and it's a success. But this is just for fun, a way to boost their pride, have them arguing with each other, and to also, more importantly, make money for someone who's going to win this trip to the National. For every vote that gets cast, it doesn't matter who it gets cast for, $1 is added to spending money for whoever wins the trip. Right now, we're pushing a 76, 78 or so votes. That's $76, $78 right now. That's just extra money, and it's a simple, easy vote. Simple as touching the screen. As simple as hitting that thumbs up and subscribing. Just hit the screen. Do me a favor. Do them a favor. Do whoever wins this a favor, and go make that vote. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get into this. But first, a word from the person leading the vote right here. All right, we got Shaggy here because Shaggy's winning the voters poll right now. You guys know what I'm talking about. Shaggy, tell everybody about the new threads we got going on.
Figure it match my golf game. Look good.
Look good.
Yeah.
Look good, play good.
Yeah.
You got the sailboats.
Yeah.
Oh, sailboats. Big sailboats, little sailboats. The shades new?
Yeah. No, shades are new.
Shades aren't new. He's going full nude look. Shaggy, he even got a nice trimmed up cut out here trying to style and profile.
That's right.
All right, guys, now the card that is going to lead this off and the card that I'm going to base this video around is the 2020 Justin Herbert Base Prism PSA 10. As you can see right here, currently this card is selling anywhere between $300 and $325. It is a card that you see sell often. In fact, it has a pop report in the PSA 10 of 3,742, I believe, if I can read my handwriting. That could be a 9, I'm not sure. But it's close to 3,800, let's put it that way. 3,700 and looks like 42. And again, this is a card that came out in 2020, so we know that pop report is only going to go up, up, up. Probably a lot of these in the backlog. So keep all that stuff in mind, as this is a $300 to $325 card. Great young player. He's looked awesome. He's played awesome. I'm not knocking his talent, anything like that. Just looking at this card and looking at the price point and looking at, for the same amount or a little bit more or slightly less, where else or what else could I buy? And I have 5 more cards that I'm going to compare to this. So first off, the card I want to pop up and show you guys is another player who's still playing, and this is the only one on the list that is still playing, and that is the 2005 Topps Aaron Rodgers in a PSA 9. Now, I know you're going to say, yes, I don't want my cards in a PSA 9, but you're going to see where some value kind of plays in on this card, as this Aaron Rodgers card sells between $150 and $170. So pretty much half the price of the Justin Herbert. We know who Aaron Rodgers is. This is not me saying how great these other players are. You guys know who these players are, so I'm not even going to get into it with Aaron Rodgers. But you can almost get 2 of these for the price of one Justin Herbert, and he's a player who's still playing. So again, the pop report on this runs at 2,619. So already more than 1,000 of the Justin Herbert PSA 10 in the pop report than there is on this Aaron Rodgers that's at 2,619. So you guys, think about that one a little bit. Next up, Going to be a 1991 Stadium Club Brett Favre. So we're going Packers again. In a PSA 10. Now this card again can be bought right now, right around the price point of $300. This card was up during the spike, up over $600. As we see in cards coming down, we're seeing, inflation and things drive down prices. There are starting to be some bargains out there. This card with a pop report of only 1,911, less than 2,000, so less than the Aaron Rodgers, well less than the Justin Herbert. Not an easy grade. Comes from that junk wax era. However, tough to grade. And again, Brett Favre with a great career. This card can be had for the same price as the Justin Herbert. Next up, and this one I just put on the list because
Cousin Jay has Paul on the phone. What do you say?
So them fat bitches needed to eat.
Damn right. I didn't eat all that. I woke up 10:30.
Yeah, I didn't either. I had a bowl of Apple Jacks. That was it.
I didn't even have that.
yes, whatever those guys were saying. Sorry for the interruption. But anyway, this is a 1984 iconic set. Dan Marino, you see over my shoulder, in a PSA 9. And this card sells for high dollars in a PSA 10. A PSA 9 out there, if you're on a budget and you're looking to buy a card and you see a Justin Herbert, think about this card for 1984 Dan Marino. The pop report is 3,834. So again, right around the same pop report as this Justin Herbert. All these pop reports are going to increase. However, which pop reports are going to increase faster? This ultra modern or some of this older stuff, especially on tougher grades, and especially when people say PSA are clamping down on their grades. Don't know how true that is, but that is the rumor. This card, again, recent sales, $270. $270, and there was one that went for like slightly over $300 in a newer PSA slab. Sometimes that does make a difference. The recent auctions that have gone off, there have been 2 in an old slab, 1 in a new slab, but they have ranged between $260 and like $305. Just value out there to be had. Card number 4, and these in no particular order, but card number 4 is actually one of my personal favorites. This is the 1998 Bowman Chrome Peyton Manning in a PSA 10. Peyton Manning top 3 in my book. This has a pop report of 1,033, and just look at the percentage. This card gets submitted quite a bit, and this is one of the cards that you just don't see come back in a 10 from a percentage standpoint. You see a lot of 9s out there of this card. This was also in the heyday of Beckett and Beckett grading, so you're going to see a lot of these in the BGS slabs as well. So if you're looking PSA and that's your favorite, the pop report is 1,033, which is minuscule, less than a third of what the Herbert is running for. And this card, most recent auction, now this most recent auction goes back to May, so auctions may even go off at less now as the market continues to trickle down. Went for $334. If I would have saw this personally for myself, this would have been a card I would have snatched up. As I remember when this card was well over $1,000 during the peak of the market. I actually sold one of these during the peak of the market, I believe for $1,100 back when I was flipping Peyton Manning cards. Imagine that. But anyway, pop report, slightly over 1,000, which is very, very low for a player of this caliber and an iconic card. It's not the Topps Chrome, but the Bowman Chrome. And $334, are you kidding me? And last but not least on this list is going to be the 1981 Joe Montana Topps in a PSA 8. Yes, a PSA 8. Pop report, you may think it's high as it's 7,985, 7,985, close to 8,000. But if you think about the player, you think about the card, and you think about a price tag right now of about $350. Yes, the pop report seems high, but think about it. This is what a lot of people think is the number 2 quarterback to ever play behind Tom Brady. Definitely top 5. Going to say, top 3 to most. Most people say number 2. And when you have a card that's his only rookie card, that's the thing you got to take into account. Just like with the Dan Marino, there's no parallels. There's no multiple brands put out by same manufacturers. There's no even other manufacturers. So you don't have, 20 products under the Panini umbrella with thousands and thousands and thousands of parallels. Or you don't even have other manufacturers such as Fleer or a Don Russ. It's strictly the tops, and that's it. If you want a Joe Montana rookie card, it's an 81 tops. That's it. There may be some spinoff from a food company or something out there, but nothing that I've discovered. So again, when you're looking at a pop report of 8K, that's really not a lot, especially when you compare it to some ultra modern cards such as Zion and Luka Prisms, right? So a player that's iconic, football history, was the GOAT until Tom Brady came along. And this card, iconic picture, iconic look to this card. I remember when football cards first got popular, this was one of the cards that you chased back in the early 90s and late 80s. Joe Montana 1981 tops, just a great card. The kind of card that you could take and really not a gamble. You could take and you can put this one away and just let it sit and see what happens over 10 years, as opposed to going after a younger quarterback and taking that gamble. And we all know what happens when you can gamble. Just listen to Cousin Jay right here.
Cousin Jay, pour out your feelings. Tell you why you're over here venting.
Man, he out here making all these money off sport cars. I'm just a broke little boy, and he's making me pay for his golf.
Well,
That's some bullshit. This is who we look up to. This is who we subscribe to.
Stop,
Yeah,
man,
but-
it's America.
but
you
you
can make
see-
anything happen.
We
You
need
gotta-
we need some character. Just look at it. Like it's just.
Yeah, but the thing is that you talk about being broke, but you bet. Not only do you make a bet, but you make a stupid bet, and you claim that the Warriors are going to sweep. They may win the series, but you take a sweep, and then you cry when you got to pay up. That's the problem with today's youth. They always want to point the finger of blame.
On his young bucks money. That's all.
Yeah.
Yes, he wasn't happy about having to pay for my golf because he bet that the Warriors would sweep the Celtics. And even though that series is 2-2, I was getting my payday after game one. So, all right, guys, give me your thoughts on this. Tell me which one of these cards do you think is the best value? Do you still think any of these cards are overvalued? Do you think some of these are undervalued? Do you think these cards are at the basement? Just tell me what you think. And pick one of these in the comments below and let me know which card you would rather have. And maybe the Justin Herbert is the card for you. It probably is the card with the most short-term upside with hype coming into the NFL season. If the Chargers get off to a hot start, you might see that card go from $300 to $400. But again, you're going to see a lot of people selling them off. You're going to see a lot of people looking to move those. So again, gamble on something like the Herbert in the short term, or look at one of these Hall of Famers and say, hey, they may not have short-term potential, but these are established cards, established players, and in the long run, this is the one I want to be holding. Let me know what you guys think below. Like and subscribe on your way out. Head over and vote for one of my Goon friends. Hit one for the Goon Squad. And I'll see you guys in my next video, man. Take it easy.